morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning, Mr.
Good
Wright.
morning, Mr. Wright.
Thank you so much. Right. So for your homework, I asked you to write an opinion piece about 2 articles. Who sent me their homework? I'll just go through this, and this is what I have. Okay. Sky, Laura, Annie. Okay. Talk to me about your presentation plan. Wait a second, please.
In slide 1, we will introduce about our topic, and that slide will be done by Jenny. Jenny will give a short information and introduction about our project. Slide 2, I will talk about what's
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I can read it. I don't need you to explain. No, that's okay. Information looks pretty good. Talk to me about your plan to reduce. What are you going to do? How are you going to start doing that in your? You say here, my plan is to use less plastic. But what does that mean? Like, I don't understand that. My plan is to use less plastic, but I don't understand how you're going to do that. Like, I'd like to see more details about how you intend to use them. In this sense, like, this is really good. I'm happy with this. Like, you know what you're doing. But this here, I'm confused about. I don't understand where you're going to be actually going about doing this. So, what I would like to see is this plan with more detail. Homework this evening is to really draw out your plans and to put your plans into a bit more detail. So you can do that again. I just want to see more information here. I want to see the actual steps you'll take. What is it that you are going to do to try reduce plastic in your own home? Okay. Next one, Bill, pencil, monkey. Bill. Okay. So first of all, tell me about your plan.
So I will do the introduction. First, slide 1 is the introduction, and it will be done by Hazel, and he will introduce the project, who is in the project, and what is the main idea of the project. Slide 2 is what is solid waste, and I will do this slide. I will answer the question, what is solid waste? I will research about it. I'll give an answer with details and then give some examples of solid waste. Slide 3 will be done. Slide 3 is why solid waste so harmful to the environment will be done by Bill. Bill will research about the harm caused by solid waste, give a short answer, and then he will give some pictures about the harm of solid waste. Slide 4.
Okay. Right. My advice to you guys is this needs to be longer. Like, it sounds like you're doing like 4 or 5 slides. I think that's too short because you have a lot of information, and with only 4 slides, all the information is going to look way too small. Okay. So I would like to see something with a bit more detail, because I think that's too short. I don't think you're going to be able to get all the information in. I think the information will sound, oh, this one's pretty good. Okay, this one's better. Okay,
we can make some.
Yeah, okay, so this one's better. But still just be careful about the amount of information in there, okay?
Okay.
I think adding more slides will just make the information easier for you guys to actually explain, and they'll give you more space to add some pictures and add some videos as well, all right?
Okay.
Let's hear about your plan. By reducing the amount of waste, I'm going to reduce waste in my own home by reducing the amount of waste we use, okay? Recycle or reuse waste I could use, like plastics or boxes, or reduce the amount of tissues I use every day. As I reduce the amount of fruits I eat, recycle or reuse plastic bottles. Okay, this is good. Again, what I just want to see is like
More
steps.
details.
What are steps? Like what are the instructions to your family? Because
Okay.
that's what I want to see. Okay, there. I want to see
Yeah.
steps and instructions. It'll be part of all of your homework tonight to write out the steps and instructions. So you can do it then. Just be aware that I'd like to see steps and instructions for each one. I'll give an example about what I'd like to see as well. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Let's go. Mid-A, Boo, and Boo, Mid-A, and Pizza. Right. Tell me about your plan.
At first, we will do the introduction of the project. The people who will present it and what is the idea. At slide 2, we all will research about what is solid waste, and we are going to find GIFs about solid waste. Slide 3, Boo will show the statistics of the solid waste, mostly of how many tons of solid waste do people waste every day. There will be pictures that show graphs as well. Slide 4, I will research and conclude the information about solid waste effects, mainly marine life and the life above. Slide 5, Pizza will research about the ways to prevent them. He would list them and write it on the presentation. He will also look for pictures to show exactly how we can prevent them.
Okay, it isn't bad. I still think, again, it's a little bit short. I don't think the order of the way you're doing it is correct. I'll show you what I mean by the order. I have a sample plan I'm going to show all of you guys that I did myself. That I think that's the order you should all be all be going through when you're doing your presentation. Okay, so I think a lot of that's good. It's the order is a bit the order is a little bit wrong. Okay, this as well. Steps, instructions. Like you're not really saying anything here, right? First, I'll make a graph for 14 days. Well, I asked you to do that, so Ryan asked that. Then I'll collect the trash and sort them. Well, Ryan asked that. Afterwards, I'll reduce them and the numbers will lessen. Okay, how? Finally, I'll conclude the results. Well, what results? So again, you're not actually answering the question here, okay? I need steps, I need instructions, I need to see exactly the way you're going to do this, what exactly you intend to do as well, okay? Ania, so yours, great, that's the same one. Minnie, Rosie, Ming Cho. Rosie and Minnie. So tell me about your plan.
On slide 1, we will have a short introduction of the presentation, and on slide 2, we will explain what is solid waste. And slide 3, Mitchell will talk about fun facts about solid waste in Vietnam, which is in Halong, Da Nang, and Hanoi. And on slide 4, Elsa and I will talk about the solutions to the problem about solid waste. And Rosie and I will talk about what have the government done about the problem of solid waste. And slide 6, Mitchell will explain the bar graph. And on slide 7, Elsa will have an example about the problem of solid waste.
Okay. Yeah, like it flows a lot better. I'm pretty happy with it. Just be careful about some of the talking points. Again, this is good as well. Like what I want to see here is just like steps and instructions. That's all. Okay. Like I really like this. Like you said, a lot of really good things here. Like use a glass cup instead of a paper cup. Very good. Remember, you're gonna have to explain this to your family as well. So think about steps and instructions that you can give them to get this done. But I'm pretty happy with what you've done there. Good job. Yeah, same one. Lucy, Emily, and Minerva. Minerva, Lucy, where are you there? And Emily. So explain that to me, please.
Slide one, we are going to do the introduction, and Minerva is going to talk about the main idea of the presentation and the members of the group. Slide two, Emily will answer the question, what is solid waste and how is it harmful to the environment? And then give some pictures. Slide three, I am going to give pictures of the graphs that we make to classify our waste at home. And then slide four is going to be a slide that contains only picture. And then we are going to talk about each of the picture to give more
Okay, I'm
information.
gonna stop you there. It's really good. I like this idea of a quiz as well. That's always fun. Yeah, good job. And I also like this as well. This is really good. Yeah, that's really good. This I'm really happy with. For your homework, all I'll ask you to do is just rewrite this again. But overall, this is that's a really good plan. I know exactly what you're doing. I know the way you're going about it, so that's great. Thank you. Good job. Bill, you have a question? No? Okay. Dino, James, and B. James, Dino, B. There you go, B. Okay, tell me about what's going on. So, James, B. I don't get that. This isn't good enough. You just said slide 3, slide 4. What about the rest of the slides? James B, talk to me now. James, what's going on? Hello. Don't make me ask again. James B, what's going on? Talk to me about this because I don't understand.
I don't know. I cannot talk to the team, so
you sent me a message at 8 o'clock yesterday. You had all weekend and you only sent a message at 8 o'clock to try and get in touch with everyone. Like, that's not good
Mr.
enough.
This one is mine. I wrote this.
Okay, you wrote this, Cam. So explain it to me because I don't understand.
I write in a paper.
Why would you write in a paper when there's a Google form?
Because I don't write slide 1, slide 3, and slide 1, slide 2 because I see that you write it already. So
that's an example, Kent. It has my name in it. What? Am I in your group? Slide 1 says Ryan will introduce the project. Is Ryan in your group?
No.
Then why would you think that's done for you already? Again, that group, you need to do this all again. All again. You guys have extra homework this evening. Extra homework for Kent, James, Dino, and B. We use less plastic and also reuse plastic bottles. I classify solid waste in my house so we can know what recycling we can deposit. Yes, and again, I need steps. I need actual steps and instructions. Okay, make sure I got everyone. Yes. Never get. Eva, you explained yours came in late, so I think where are you? Eva, P, and
yes.
Lily. Did you get that finished?
I write it and it almost finished, and maybe after class I will send it to you.
Yeah, okay, send it to me when you can, please.
Because when we almost finished our meeting, she had something to do, so she had something like emergency thing to do. She needs to learn, so me
I know,
and he stayed.
I know, and her dad closed the laptop. I know. She explained to me. She emailed me yesterday. She explained everything. She told me, Lily, don't worry. So get it into me today so I can have a look.
Okay.
Okay, right. So what you're going to do, your homework for this evening is going to be about writing in steps and instructions for your waste reduction plans. So that's the next step for you guys, is to know exactly what your steps are for this section. Lots of this is really good. The only ones I have problem with is this one and this one as well. I need more details from the boys group, and yeah, again, all the boys groups, you didn't put enough information in. You haven't put enough information in. You need to put in more details. You need more information in there. I'll show you an example plan now about what I would like and how I would like you to do this. So here's a quick sample plan, okay? So I sent you slide 1, slide 2 as an example for your homework. This is how I'd like to do it. So slide 1 is going to be introduction. I would introduce the idea. I talk about the aims of the project, what I'm trying to do, who the members are. I would then ask the question, what is solid waste? Explanations and definitions about what solid waste is, where it can be found in our own homes. Ming-Cho, why every day I have to tell you to stop drawing on my screen? The name shows up. Kinds of solid waste. Again, talk about the different types of solid waste that occur in your own home and how they are made. Show some pictures, give some examples. Waste in Vietnam. Oh, waste is Vietnam. Waste in Vietnam. Waste in Vietnam. Talk about the different disposal methods that currently exist in Vietnam, or even in particular Hanoi, as well as the classification of waste. Contain information about how Vietnam disposes of waste too. It brings into like types of waste disposal. Can talk about incinerators, landfills, talk about the alternative methods that exist for waste disposal, which ones are the best. Also talk about recycling too. In slide 6 and slide 7, it's about the waste in our home. So slide 6 is about how to reduce waste. So what was the concept of how to reduce waste? What was the plan? What were the steps? What were the instructions? 7, talk about the results. So explain the results that were done over the 2 weeks, show the graph, show the chart. And then you can also show your plan for reduction work as well. Slide 8 would be your conclusion. So what's the overall conclusion of the project? What did you learn? What did you find out? Did your waste plan reduction work? Is there something that Vietnam could do in the future to help reduce the amount of waste that you have learned through your project as well? That's a simple plan I would love to see all of you recreate. It's got lots of detail, explains what's going on. Yes, it didn't say who's going to be doing what, but that's easy enough to say. If Ryan was in a group with Ryan 1 and Ryan 2, Ryan 1 is going to do that one. And then Ryan 2 is going to do this. And then this will be normal Ryan. This will be small Ryan. There you go. Again, you're giving further information to everything that's going on in those slides. And that's a very simple plan, okay? And that's what I'd like to see followed with you guys when you're doing a plan like this in future. You can see lots of information, lots of details, and just be easier for you guys to do going forwards as well. Any questions about that plan? Now, I'm going to ask you to redo your plans on Wednesday anyway. So you'll get this plan before then, but I wanted you to see an example of what I would like to move on quickly. Now, we get back to basics. We get back to a very simple understanding. Where does waste come from?
Waste come from people.
Come from people? Okay, maybe. Boo, where does waste come from?
Waste come from things that do not use anymore.
Yeah, okay, fine. That's when it comes to you. Mayday, where does waste come from?
Waste comes from candy and bags that contain food.
Yeah, okay. You're all getting a bit ahead of yourself here, right? A little bit ahead of yourself here. Kent, where does waste come from?
The waste come from everything you use and you throw it away.
Close. Okay. The first steps in creating waste are always going to come from manufacturing. Okay. Before any waste actually created, a product needs to be made. Okay, you need to make something. You need to build something or create something from raw materials. So raw materials are things like metal and wood and oil and create plastics. So all of these are raw materials, and from them, items and products are then created or manufactured. They're turned into products that we use. When the products are used up, then waste is created. So if you were to ask, like, what's the first step? When is waste actually created? Well, it's created before it even gets to you, right? So think about it like this. What are some things in your own home that are manufactured? Rosie, what's something in your own home that is manufactured?
Uh, uh,
Just look around. Anything in your house is made.
Television.
Yeah, television. Yeah. Anything in your house that is manufactured. Around. Everything in your house is manufactured.
A fan.
Yeah, a fan. Lily, what else?
Sofa.
Yeah, pencil. What's made from raw materials is manufactured. So look around your home. What is made of raw materials? Look, it's easy. Water bottle, phone, other phone, pen, pencil case, book, lid, wallet, tissue, right? These are all manufactured in factories. They're all made, right? They're all made so that we can have products. When the product is used up, then it becomes waste, okay? So this concept of manufacturing is part of what we call pre-consumer waste. So a consumer is you. A consumer is someone who uses or someone who takes. And in this case, we're going to start talking about pre-consumer waste, which is made from manufacturing. Emily, read please. Thank you so much.
Pre-consumer waste. What types of manufactured products are around you right now? Perhaps books, pens, desks, a clock. All of these things are made in factories from raw materials. During the manufacturing progress, some of the raw materials end up as a waste. Waste from manufactured products is often called solid waste because it is made up of mostly solids such as wood and metal scraps.
Cool, thank you. And Elsa, can you read please?
Many people think that solid waste is part of product thrown away after use. However, most solid waste is actually created before a product even gets to you. This type of waste is called pre-consumer waste. A consumer is simply a person who uses a product. The prefix pre is added to mean before.
Good job, thank you. Let's go for Peter. Read please.
Getting raw materials can be costly and harmful to the environment. For example, metal mines need expensive machinery to operate. Large areas of land must be removed, and the area becomes unsuitable for many plants and animals.
Minerva, read please.
When manufacturing first began, raw materials seemed plentiful. Land and space for wildlife also seemed plentiful. Pre-consumer waste was often simply thrown away. Now, things are changing. Raw materials are harder to find and more expensive to get. More land is used by people, so less land is available to wildlife. People now look for ways to make manufacturing less wasteful and to save and reuse scraps instead of throwing them away.
Oh, good job. Okay. That's a very simple text regarding consumer waste. So waste before it even gets to you. First of all, were there any words that anyone did not understand in those two paragraphs? Everyone understood everything, yes? Okay, cool. through this. Products are made from what? What are products made from? Let's go around the room. Monkey, what are products made from?
Raw materials.
Products are made from raw materials. Often during manufacturing, leftover scraps end up as what? What do they end up as? Metal scraps often end up as what?
Against as solid waste.
Yeah, they end up as solid waste. Okay. In the past, most what was dumped in the what? B. Most what was dumped in the what?
Me?
B, yes.
Oh, just say it again. I didn't hear.
In the past, most what was dumped in the what?
Most solid waste
It was dumped in the
environment.
Yeah, cool. Now, resources have become more difficult to get. People look for ways to reuse scraps instead of just throwing them away. Okay. Which raw material is used to create? Question A. Which raw material is used to make a bike frame?
Bicycle frame.
Yes. Can't hear you, Tom. It's a bicycle made out
You
of.
cannot hear me?
No.
Factory.
A bicycle is made out of a factory. No. Annie, what is a bicycle made out of?
Consumer.
No. Can't stop saying just words.
Can you say again? The TV sound is too big.
Yeah. So what is a bicycle made out of? What raw material? The bicycle made out of plastic. The bicycle made out of wood. Is the bicycle made out of metal?
The bicycles were made out of metal.
Yes, metal. How do people get metals from the earth? What do they do to get metals out of the earth, sky?
They mine.
Mining, yes, mining. Which raw material is used to make paper? Pencil. What raw material is used to make paper? Pencil. What's used to make paper? You know, what's used to make paper?
Wood.
Wood, yes. When water bottles are, what type of waste is made before you buy a product? Before you buy the product, Midday.
The pre-consumer.
Yes. When water bottles are manufactured, what type of pre-consumer waste is produced? When water bottles are made, what waste is made beforehand? No. How many bottles do you have that are made out of wood?
Plastic.
Yeah, plastic. What does the prefix pre mean? Ming Chiu.
The prefix pre means before.
Yeah. What is the process by which products are made from different materials?
Raw material used to make paper.
No. Question G. Last one, what is the name of a place that manufactures goods? Is a factory. Okay. So for your homework, I am going to get you to do more steps and instructions for your plan to reduce waste. I want to know exactly what you're going to be doing. I want to know how you're going to do it. I want to know what you expect to happen. And I'll also send you a quizzes as well to review some of the stuff we went through last week. Okay. Any questions about what we did today? Cool. Bye-bye.